Welcome to Faith Stories with Dawn DeMarco Buck. In the same way, let your light shine before others so that they will see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16.
Hello and welcome to Faith Stories. I'm Dawn DeMarco Buck. What is Faith Stories? Faith Stories are Christians from all walks of life who share their stories of faith, hope, and love. And my prayer is that you would come to know your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. How do you do that? Through His Word, which is the Bible. If you need a Bible, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. Y'all, I'm so excited for my guest today. You have no idea. I mean, we've been in talks the last 4 months, and as you know, I love fashion, and this young lady, okay, so I'm just gonna read, excuse me. Jules Newkirk is a fashion designer and artist with a B.F.A. in fashion design from the Savannah College of Art and Design, where she also minored in bridal and evening wear design and drawing. She has been creating since childhood. I love it. 4 years old, you guys. I mean, seriously. And is passionate about designing gowns that make women feel beautiful and confident. Today, she creates custom dresses and paintings that reflect her belief that we are created to create. And she hopes her art and fashion inspire women to see themselves as God sees them. I love that, and you're going to meet her right back after these messages.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton. We open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavillaproperties.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com.
And welcome back. Okay, so Jules and I met. Her mom has an amazing women's group that meets in Palm Beach during the season, and it's a Christian women's group. And we were sitting at a table, and Jules and I started to talk, and I found out she was a dress designer. I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh my God, I was so excited. I was so excited. So I remember sitting in prayer, and God dropped you into my spirit. And he gave me the show. He said, you need to have her on and show her collection because, I mean, hello, we love fashion, so why not do that? So, Jules, so I want you to lay the foundation of, well, obviously you've been a Christian since day one,
yes.
Right? Out of the womb, she was a Christian.
Yeah, I was. Okay. I've been prayed over my whole life. Very blessed.
Talk about, you know, at the age of 4 and all that good stuff that you shared with me and your mom was sharing with me too.
So I was very blessed to grow up with that foundation, and actually at the church that I had, we had kind of Awanas that we would weekly do memory verses and all of that, and my mom and I would always have them up on the mirrors, and you know, scripture is very, very big part of it, and
it's inspirational. It's a reminder that God loves you. in many different forms. You know, it's like not just one specific. It's always like, wow, hello, I needed that today, right?
Yes, and constant encouragement, and for any area and aspect of your life or anything that's happening. And so it was nice to have that foundation, even just like growing up and going through like college, and I can do anything through God who gives me strength.
That's right.
You know,
And it's
just
not always
constantly-
easy, right? It's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding?
And I've just always been painting and drawing. My grandpa painted a lot and stuff like that. Very
awesome.
different for myself, but
Yeah.
always, you know, had like a brush or
Right.
painting, and my whole family was so encouraging of, oh, that's what you're good at. Like, you're so
Right.
talented. Like, God gave you this gift. Like,
Totally gave you this.
yes, and you need to use it. Like, that's where you should go. And I know when I was like kind of thinking about going to college, I was debating whether I should go more of like the like logical, like, I don't know, like a more business and design, like, you know, just to get a job. And I was
Right.
like, that's not where
but,
God's
you know, as a
put your heart.
creative person, which I am one
Yes.
of them, it's really hard to do that because you get really you're not in your where you need to be, and God guides your path, and He opens doors that He wants you to walk through. And obviously, you're a very talented young lady. Didn't you start sewing at 8 years old?
Yes.
Oh my God.
My mom got me my first sewing machine, and I did like a little like camp, like a week camp to kind of learn how to, where we made like a pillow and a skirt and like I think like even like a doll.
Really?
Like one of those like kind of fabric dolls and stuff like that, and learn how to do like the stuffing and all of that. I think I still have it all.
Wow, that would have been awesome to see. I'm sure it's like, is it still together?
Yeah,
It
actually,
is.
yeah, it is. It was like those like little cotton fabrics that you can like buy, like, you know, in those
Yeah.
bins. It was like
Yeah,
that.
I remember those.
Yeah, like all of
Way
that.
back.
Yes, way back. And I actually still have my first sewing machine. I used
do
it
you
for
really?
I finally got a new one this past year. Actually, it was the first time I bought a new one
Wow.
since, because I was like, okay, I need something a little bit faster.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like a
exactly.
you know, when
Wow,
sewing the dresses.
unbelievable. So you decided to go to SCAD. So
Yes.
talk about your experience there.
So coming in from like, I came from like Naples, Florida, so it's very.
Oh, you guys were
small.
living in Naples at the time?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And I went
that's
to-
a culture shock, honey. Let me tell you. I mean, Savannah's lovely. I've been there, and I love that city, and it's so cool, but
It was
still.
very different, yes.
Yeah, from Naples, yeah.
And I went to like a Christian like Baptist school, like for middle school and then some of high school. So
Okay.
we had Bible classes and chapel on Thursdays, and we're constantly in it. And then I went to a very, you know, liberal like
Right.
type of college with.
Well, fashion and design is very
Yes,
liberal.
the
We know
artists.
that. Yes, absolutely.
And
but
so-
there are some conservative people out there in the fashion industry.
No, but it was great getting to meet so many different types of people and
Right.
meeting like just so many different types. I think it like definitely pushed me to like grow and to like expand, and it's so collaborative that I couldn't have made my senior collection without the people in my class, because we always, you know, bounce ideas. Okay, does this or this look better?
Right.
Or how should I go about this?
Because you don't
Yes.
know what you don't know. I always say that, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can figure out, and I can talk to people who actually know what they're doing, and they can share their wisdom with me, right?
Yes, exactly. And our professors were great. They were so encouraging and so helpful. It's definitely the best part of the school. And the school actually is not like a campus. It's buildings like scattered throughout the city. So like the two fashion buildings.
Oh,
are
I
right
know,
by
it's
each
so
other.
cool.
Yeah.
If you've never been to Savannah, you guys, I encourage you to go, because they have like squares, and the homes there are so gorgeous.
Very
the
historic.
architecture, it's all historic
Yes.
architecture, which I personally love. I don't like modern, so to me it was like, I'm home. No.
Yes. And then so I started with the bridal and evening wear minor, and so it's just like kind of two classes, and our classes are like all projects. Like, we didn't have tests like my last.
Right,
like,
your
2
test
years.
is your
yes,
piece, right?
They're like, go make a
Yeah.
make a dress and you know, call it a day. And we always we had to do everything from like the sketching and the ideation and like the mood boards and the customer profiles and all of that, to obviously the pattern making and designing and draping and cutting and sewing. And then we even had to go do like the marketing, and if we were to do like a fashion campaign for it, what
I
it
bet
would
you didn't
be.
even think about that, right? Because you go in, you just want to design.
Yeah, I just want to draw some dresses.
Just let me create the dresses. I don't want to do the business side, right? But you have to have the business side in order to make your
Yes.
designs come to fruition, and do it properly and price it correctly and all that fun stuff that we hate, right?
Yes. And honestly, the photo shoots were so fun because it was like seeing the sketches get to like kind of come to life.
Oh, I know.
Whereas like on the mannequins or on the hangers, it's not as much as when like I
It's
had them all
not.
like spinning in the dress and stuff like that. And I was
Right.
like, oh wow, like this looks like what I was trying to paint or draw.
Right.
And so
Yes.
it was really fun. And then our senior year is where you make one collection over the whole course of the year. So like the first quarter is sketching and designing.
Okay, you know what?
all of
Let's
that.
look at
Oh,
this.
yes.
Okay, so what she also did, you guys, is she literally painted the fashion on a canvas, which I think is so incredibly creative. And so this is actually your graduation
Yes.
collection, right?
And I used like fabric and stuff because I've had a lot of beading and all of that pulled in, and so I used that on like the paintings to kind of give it a little bit more. And like this is like the fabric like in the dress next to you.
Yes,
I just
yes.
had
And
to
this
cut a
has
little piece.
absolutely gorgeous beading down the side, you guys. And then, of course, this one, oh, where's the white one? We didn't do that one.
No, this one, yeah, we used it on our invitation because it has these like big sleeves, which are really hard to fit against the mannequin.
I just realized that I saw that, but I didn't see that here. So, okay, so this is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
there it is. Hello. Gosh, that's beautiful. Dang, girl. So on the painting you've put, is that crystals or pearls?
beadings and all of that. 'Cause
Okay.
on the back side of this had drapery beading, like along
Right,
all of my
right,
collection.
which is what this has, but it's on the back also.
Same with the other ones
Okay, okay.
because my collection was very much faith inspired, and I pulled like so many elements from even a little bit of like the Catholic churches because they were
Right.
just so
They're
like,
so beautiful.
Yes, they're so
I mean,
beautiful.
you
with the
walk into a
architecture.
Catholic church and you're like,
Yes,
you all of a sudden
breathtaking.
whisper. You know, it's just like the stained
Reverent.
glass, the altars, and it's like that alone
Yes.
inspires me, inspires jewelry like you would not believe. I saw an architectural drawing and I saw a pair of earrings. I'm like, oh, that would be pretty earrings, right? So I
That's
get
how
that.
I picked out that fabric alone
Right.
because it reminded me of like the
stained-
cathedrals
Yeah.
and yes, the stained glass and like even
Gorgeous.
kind of like you know how they always use like rosaries for prayers and stuff like that. So when I put a beading in all my dresses, like it was kind of like the prayer
Yeah.
reminiscent of it.
See, I love that, you guys. Isn't that amazing?
And this collection took a lot of prayers. So
Well, I'm sure. I think anything takes a lot of prayer.
Yes,
don't you?
ma'am.
Yes. In fact, you guys, we do have a studio audience of amazing women, and I'm so glad you guys came out to see her beautiful creations. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about these because they're just like over the top gorgeous.
thank you.
Do we have this one?
No, this one is like a two-piece one that was like I did a lot of the hoods too because the drapery is like in like biblical like paintings and all of that.
Okay.
They always had like the robes and
Yeah, I was
all
wondering
of-
about that because
Yes.
the picture that you have that's black and white, and you're standing obviously at a building in Savannah.
Yes.
And it's draped down, and it's just so dramatic. It's crazy. There it is. There
Yes.
It is. Yeah, I'm like, oh
yes.
my God.
And actually, the funny story about that is we had to make a film and a photo shoot along with our senior collection. And so we had to kind of collaborate with other majors because obviously they have film there
Right.
and they have photography and be like, please, 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 we're all broke college students. Can
Right.
you please just like join in on our work? And luckily, like, we, lots of meetings and lots of things. And then we had to go location scouting and because, a lot of churches
Sure.
don't let you film, especially after like celebrities have done stuff that they don't necessarily approve of.
Right,
And
right,
so
sure.
luckily I did get, I found this church and they let me shoot in it and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
times you guys will
beautiful.
give me. And so they give us kind of a time for the inside, time for the outside. And we also had to do like the photo shoot part and like the film too. And
Yeah.
so we were kind of just like going back and forth. So I had like the models switching. It was constant like change. We were changing in the car, trying to get these dresses on
Right,
and off and
yeah.
to swap.
Those are intense fashion
Yes.
suits. I know SJ can speak to that because she models. Okay, so I want you to talk about this dress coming to fruition. She just painted this, you guys, for this show.
I did.
And it is so gorgeous. She has feathers on the bottom, which I so love feathers, and she is Cheval has feather shoes, by the way.
Oh, you're
yeah.
amazing.
I've been so close to getting them, but the heels are too high. So, but oh my gosh, girl, I'm serious about this.
I'm so excited. It's kind of like one of my senior ones where I had you saw the beading on the back.
Right.
Because I just love doing that, and I like hand beading.
I love that too.
I
That
love
is so gorgeous, and it speaks to me as a jewelry designer,
Yes.
you know. And then the sparkle down here with the feathers, and it's just incredible.
Thank you. And yeah, I've always loved like adding like the beading and stuff like that. For my senior collection, actually, for my birthday, I went to go visit my best friend in LA, and on the plane, I had like all of my beading stuff like out, and I was doing it like the whole flight there to be able to like, you know,
Sure, no, I get it.
Workload.
I know. I can't do that now, but I used to be able to do that.
Yes.
Eyes don't accommodate that.
No.
I have the magnifying glasses, and I'm still struggling. So there you go.
Yes.
Okay, so this piece, oh my God, you guys. This dress is so gorgeous. There's two pictures. There's a couple of pictures of this dress and the one behind us with the cape, which is so incredible. Yes, on the beach. I'm sorry. That is so beautiful. I mean, it's just, okay, so what inspired you on this dress?
So this was for like the bridal and evening wear minor.
Okay.
So we had to like make our collection, and I've always loved like the fairy tale stories.
Well,
and the,
what girl hasn't? I don't care how old
Exactly.
you are. We all love the fairy
Yes.
tales, the Prince Charming, and all of that come to
Yes.
life. You
and
know?
so it was kind of like Neverland inspired.
I love that picture.
Yes,
and the one where it's like,
yes, and I had them just kind of dancing on the beach and just
Yeah.
throwing around and like to kind of capture that energy of the collection. And actually, it was on some holiday. We went to the beach and they had a whole like concert going on the thing. So
Okay.
here we are walking out with like these big gowns,
They're
and I'm
like,
having them like on the beach, and we're trying to like, you know, do the change and
Yeah.
get it together. And at this time, I just had like this is before we kind of really met other majors too much. So I just had one of my friends who had a camera, and she's like, I can take them for you, and then like you can just kind of
Right.
edit them and do what you want with them. And I was like, okay, perfect.
That's
Thank you so
awesome.
much. And
so okay, so this is the formal bridal type,
Yes.
like a bridesmaid's dress. See, that would outshine the bride.
thank you.
No, it
Yeah,
would, unless you have a Haley Page dress.
Yes.
We're giving her a plug because we absolutely love Haley.
Yes, her new collection
Yes.
is gorgeous. But yeah, I wanted to try to be able to do like a shorter one and like a longer, because we made like a 5-look collection and they made us make like 3 of them, like physically,
Okay.
just because of
Yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Basis, you know, they're like, you gotta
so
put
how
one out a
long
week.
do these take, and what are the price points?
How long they take? I would say.
And of course, mind you guys, when you're a designer, you can't base it on creation and putting it all together, because the bottom line is you're creating it. So it takes time to do that. But if you were to sit down today and make that dress, how long do you think it would take you to make?
With like already having the pattern, so all I have to do is kind of like cut it out and
Right.
sew it together. Probably about 10 hours.
10 hours. See, that's
10,
a
12
lot.
hours.
That's a long time.
And that's because I've gotten a little quicker.
Right,
Because
right.
like each seam you have to like iron open to be able to sew to the next one, and
Right.
then like the drapery, like that's all like hand tacks and trying to like go under the layer to
Yeah.
like, you know, get it in.
It sounds tedious to me.
Yes. I really
just
did not know
saying.
that walking into the fashion school. Learned that the hard way.
Right?
That-
So what would you sell this particular piece for? Do you have a pricing on that?
I don't. So I have made 2 custom dresses like recently.
Yes, she does do custom dresses, you guys. So if any of you need something for a special occasion, or not, or just to have
for
fun,
fun, yeah.
you know, she can do. You
I
can
kind
do that,
of do
Jules,
it based on, yeah, absolutely. So I made it 2 graduation ones, and they were kind of polar opposite. One was like a kind of more like cottony little like lace
Yeah.
trim dress that didn't take very long to sew, and the fabric was only maybe like $50. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just, you know what I mean? I kind of call it that, where the other one was like a full corset, and it was in kind of like, you know, like that Chanel, like
Oh, I love
tweed
Chanel.
Yes.
Talk to me, girl.
It was it was that type of inspiration with like the kind of pleated skirt bottom. The pleats alone probably took me at least 3 hours to like make them even and like just iron in each one.
Yes.
And it took like a lot of ideating, and that also takes like triple the amount of fabric
Sure,
that you would need for
absolutely.
the round. And so I think the fabric alone on that dress cost like $250. So
Right.
that's kind of where I like.
Yeah, so you're
start-
looking at probably 600 and up. Is that a safe bet? The shorter one's
Yeah.
around 6, maybe?
Yeah, maybe like four to
four
six.
to
It
six?
depends. Like I really do take it
I'm
case
not
by case.
pigeonholing you.
Yeah.
You can let, if somebody does decide to get something from you, you guys can work that
It's
out.
free. I'll do it for you. I want to. Like I love doing it, so it's so hard for me to like.
Yeah, but
you want to
need
charge
to make
I know,
money at
yes.
it too.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, look, I've learned. Believe me, you and I can talk after the show because I can, definitely help you with that because you really need to put a price on it so that you're making money, but also the person who's purchasing it understands that this is a creation that you've created for them.
It is a labor of love for sure.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Wow. Okay, so this one with the cape that flies.
Oh my
Let's talk about that one.
Okay, that one was actually so I was kind of doing these two at the same time.
Right. And this is called Neverland.
Yeah, the collection's called Neverland.
So why did you come up with the name Neverland?
It was very much inspired by the Peter Pan, Wendy, Tinkerbell, like going into Neverland, running away with your dreams kind of a thing, which is kind of what fashion school was for me. I kind of left Florida, which, you know, none of my family honestly had done at the time. And it was just running away with your dreams and
so
being
cool.
in that headspace
That
and
fantasy land.
yes, which is definitely where I live a lot of times.
So fun, but I love that. Okay, so let's talk more about this particular piece.
So
I wish you guys could see it in person. It is so beautiful.
That one was. I knew how to make the underdress.
Okay, the underdress has shearing though, right? Or what is
No,
that called?
The underdress is just like, it's like all satin. This part is like the sheer that connects to the kind of satin bottom. And that part sewing, I had chairs around the sewing machine and we had these massive, massive tables up there. I was sitting in the middle. It was probably like 3 or 4 in the morning. Our security guy kind of just like is always walking around to see who's left in the building. There's like a couple of us left at that point.
Designers are always the last to leave.
Yes. And I'm like in the middle of the table because I had to pin, you have to pin it all before you sew it. So like that's also what goes into time things. So then you're just going over it and going over it. And there's like double layered too. So you have to like sew the back and the front. And
I'm exhausted just thinking.
it's also like it was a little physically layered. Yeah, that one for sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a wide for circumference that also this was the first time really making one. So I didn't really take that into account. I was just like, I just want it big. I want a big ball gown. Like
exactly.
And I think sewing that just the bottom part to the sheer and like the pinning and the cutting that out took at least 12 hours. That like
just that alone.
Just that part alone.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like running through the machine. I was like stepping on the machine as fast as it could go to try to get it. Whereas the other ones, you know, you're a little slower and more maneuvering through, trying to be careful. But this one I was just chugging it through, trying to see how quickly it could go.
Wow, wow. Okay, so this painting, which I know you can't really see.
The other way.
Can you see? Yes. Okay. So let's talk about that because that is just incredible. All of them are incredible. I'm so blown away by her talent. I was never an artist. You know, I drew for like a nanosecond, and I'm like, yeah, I got bored with that. So you know, but this, I mean, this is so incredible. What inspired you to do that?
So we had a couple fashion illustration classes in school, and that's actually originally what I always wanted to do was fashion illustration. And I kind of had a professor say to me, he was like, "That's not really a career."
No, it really isn't. It doesn't sound like
and
like
I didn't
who
know
does
that.
Right. Maybe we could create a niche. I'm not sure.
And so after researching a little bit, there's a couple who like have done like the designs for Dior, or they've made their whole social media platform on just doing like the illustrations and dresses like that. So I do have a little bit of hope for that. So I was like, okay, need to pivot that then, like that just needs to be a part of what I do. And for this one, Joann's was closing, and we made so many Joann's trips throughout.
I'm sure.
So I just went and actually took my little brother with me, and we just pulled a bunch of bolts of fabric, and I was like, I just took a bunch, and I just loved this one. It was so fun, and the roses, and so I was like, okay. And one of my brothers, he's also always draws with me, but he's more of like comic type of style, and so we kind of will just bond and like watch a movie and like draw together and paint together and stuff.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and I just kind of started like sketching ideas for it, and then I was like, okay, I really want to make a painting. I really want to like pull fabric into it because I feel like that's kind of combining like my two
Absolutely. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, so hold on.
Yes.
Keep that thought. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton. We open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavillaproperties.com.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by two friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com.
And welcome back. Okay, Jules.
Yes, this one was where I kind of was able to combine like some of the beading that I loved doing in my senior collection,
Yep.
Along with like putting fabric into the painting, and it was really kind of what started, because I'd been praying about like what's next for me, where do I go? Dresses are so taxing, and like I don't want to just make like a line. Like I love working with people, and like I would love to like I worked at David's Bridal all through college and everything too, and I loved like being able to like help make their dream come true.
Right.
You know, I
Which
love
is
the
what
dreams.
you can do.
Yes.
But do customized dresses.
Exactly. And like they're, because I mean, if I make a dress in pink and they want it in blue, like I could have made it in blue from the start, you know.
Right.
So that's why I would love to just work with them and create their dream, whether it's wedding or evening wear or any of it. And with the paintings, one of my best friends who also graduated with me from SCAD is starting her debut of like wedding dress lines, and so I'm gonna paint her wedding dresses that she's making, so it can be like a kind of duo. Because imagine like getting, you know, a dress you're buying and like
and
a
the
painting
painting
of
that
it.
goes with it.
Yeah,
You could
and the fabric.
You could actually also work with Haley, because
yes.
she just did her own. She relaunched her bridal.
I know, it was gorgeous.
And I'm seeing, you know, the sherbet. I call it the sherbet
sherbet
one with its
colors,
all the different
yes.
colors. You could do that. Ooh, girl, you need to do that, and then we'll get it to her.
Get in touch with her again.
Yes,
she was so
absolutely.
sweet.
That would be so awesome. Let's do that. Let's do that. Do you like how having her do this?
You're just like, we'll talk to her after.
Yeah, I think you should do it, and then we'll give it to her. That would be so incredible. You know she would love that, right?
great.
She would love that, absolutely. All right, so thank you. I'm so glad you came on. This went way too fast, but I'm so happy that you were here. And all the ladies in the audience, thank you so much for coming out. And I'm so pleased that you got to see her incredible designs and amazing. Oh, we have 2 minutes left. So there you go. I can still yak some more. We can still yak some more. But before we do that, let me just say, you guys, next week I have Colleen Wright. She's a jewelry designer and artist, so I'm excited to have her. I've never seen her stuff, so we'll see what she brings, and that'll be fun. And what else? Yeah, so share this video, go on social media, share it out, please subscribe, and yeah, so, okay, I'm gonna give you final word. I'm going to give you final word. What would you like to share with the experience you went to college, and as kids come out of college, with your faith and what God has shown you?
I think that sometimes when you come out, like, you expect to like have your plan or your path like ready right there for you, whether it's a job lined up or whatever it is, and to just like take a minute to like think and pray and let it come to you, like let God open the doors that he has, because that's something I've always prayed, is that like I don't know where I want to go. Like, that's fine. Like, wherever you want me, God, is where I will be.
And that's the key, because God has a bigger plan for you.
Yep.
And when you follow his plan, he opens doors that you would not even believe. He's opening doors for Faith Stories like you would not even believe. I'm like, what? And I'm so blessed. And I'm blessed to have you here. And you guys, we'll see you next week at 3 o'clock. Faith Stories. Have a blessed week.
Thank you for watching Faith Stories, where you will hear stories of hope, faith, and love. Please join us next week, and remember, God meets you where you are, but doesn't leave you where you are.